Welcome in to Wildcat Sports Talk. Let's join Adam Webb and Tim Brandstetter now.
Welcome into Wildcat Sports Talk here on 106.3 The Big One. We're also live on Facebook as well. And, you know, we're recording this show because, listen, we got a big event Saturday, of course, June 26th. Which, if you're listening to this, that's the same day. If you're listening to it on 106.3 The Big One. If you're listening to it on Facebook, then, of course, it is tomorrow. But either way, coming out Saturday, June 26th, from 3 to 5 at Dino's in London, Kentucky, because we will be having the burner, Wayne Turner, in attendance. I'm also joined, of course, by my astute. Can I call him astute? Sounds really cool. My astute co-host, Tim Brandstetter. Tim, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
Are you excited, man?
Oh, I'm super excited, man. I'm really pumped up, man.
You sound just like you're beside yourself.
I am excited, though. No joke. I mean, Wayne Turner, it don't get any better, man. Two-time national champion. He's a legend. My favorite number is 5. He wore number 5. He was a point guard. I mean, I'm so excited, man. It feels kind of weird sometimes that we're able to meet these guys and we're able to hang out with them. And it never gets old, man. It never gets old.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And listen, folks, we really need your help with this show because this show is going to be one of those that we're going to talk a lot. We don't do late night shows, so this is your opportunity here. We never do shows on Friday, all right? And we definitely don't do late night shows. But if you're listening to this on 106.3 The Big One, you get kind of a special treat because, like, you're going to get, like, the saucy version of Adam and Tim because, like, when usually late night, we get saucy, don't we?
Yeah, we do a little bit, man. I mean,
and just think about it, man. I mean, most of the time in, like, a terrible loss, I'm getting saucy.
Oh, yeah, you're always getting saucy.
Yeah, remember those? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those were fun.
People love those.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, they love them, but, like, it's really kind of like, what are they watching? Are they watching just because?
You know what, man? Those things might be a thing of the past, though, because I don't expect to see much losses in football or basketball this coming season.
Good point. I mean, yeah. I mean, and the thing about it is, and by the way, I'm doing a little bit of sharing, Tim. Tell them a little bit about the event here on with Wayne Turner coming up between 3 and 5, Saturday, June 26th. Or if you're listening to this on 106.3 The Big One, I always have to say this. It's today. So, what can we expect?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I mean, they have a lot of signings around the Lexington area, and people around Lexington will run into basketball players and then current and former players. But I'll tell you what, man, when it comes to Southeast Kentucky area, the biggest thing, Adam, about this event is we wanted to bring a UK legend to this area, to the place where we grew up, man. Corbin, London, Middlesboro, Williamsburg, this area, this Tri-County, Southeast Kentucky area, don't get to see a lot of UK players, man. And we wanted to bring it here. Because I remember when I was little, man. I remember when I was a little kid, I always wanted to go to Rupp Arena, and it seemed like it was 1,000 miles away. I mean, it just seemed like it was something that was so far-fetched, But we wanted to bring a legend here, and hopefully this is not the last one. It's the first one, and we're looking forward to a lot more. But, man, I'll tell you what a way to start off, though. Two-time national champion, Wayne Turner, man. And Taylor, my daughter, says she's going to be wearing her Wildcat Sports Talk shoes tomorrow. She's going to be there. She's going to be there taking the tickets at the door. And I can't thank her enough for helping us. And, I can't wait to see those Wildcat Sports Talk shoes in person.
Because, honestly, those are like the only ones in existence, right?
They are. They're one of one.
I mean, like, we really, I would like to have a set of those myself. I may have to see what we can do about that.
Yeah, we might have to do that. The plan was we were going to get some, but she ended up being the only one with a pair.
Well, we needed to definitely get some, and we got to do that. But guys, listen, we really need you to share this. It's really yes, Taylor. It has been a while.
Oh yeah, it has. Wow, been a while. Maybe
look here. John Dunn. Kentucky football team will shock a lot of people. I stand firm on that. with an unbiased view, Stoops has built something special. He's pulling guys in from the portal, and the continuity is pivotal. Watch out for the Cats this season. And listen, that's coming from a Tennessee fan and the guy that runs the All Vol Call-In show. Guys, there's no more unbiased opinion than that right there.
Well, and people listening
I want to be clear too, because I got to say this to John, and I know it again, a lot of Kentucky fans on here may disagree with me, but folks, don't count Tennessee out ever. Ever.
No.
Be good. That's the thing. We're going to have to play them tough every single time we play them, because if we don't, it's just going to be real tough.
Well, I appreciate John for messaging in there, man, and a lot of people, listening in Bell County area over there, Middlesboro, Bell County, y'all over in that area. A lot of people know John Dunn. He's a really talented sports writer, and he's got the All Vol Call-In show. If we've got any Tennessee fans listening over there on the radio or even watching on Facebook, go check out the All Vol Call-In show. He does a great job. He has great guests. He's just like us, man. He's one of the guys that just loves it, does it for a passion, and he does a great job. But yeah, man, that's coming from a Tennessee guy making those comments about Kentucky. It feels good to hear that, man, because we're all pumped up about the season.
That's right. So make sure that tomorrow or today, if you're listening on 106.3, the big one, between 3 and 5 p.m., you coming out to Dino's in London, Kentucky. Folks, I am telling you, you don't want to miss it. It's going to be fantastic. It is going to be a fun event. Listen to me when I'm telling you this. Tim, listen, are you listening?
I'm listening, brother.
Is it not going to be the hugest thing that's ever happened?
Well, man, and let's just not forget, I don't think you've told our listeners that he is your favorite player.
I never have said that, have I?
No, I don't think you've ever told anybody that. It's a little secret.
Yeah. So make sure that you're checking it out. It's the day is the day. Look, I'm putting it down there at the bottom of the screen. So anybody seeing this entire video is going to watch that, and they're going to see it. You guys got to make sure. If you haven't ever bought your tickets, it's fine. You can get them at the door. It's going to be $20 for tickets. You're going to get 2 autographs. And then on top of that, you're also going to be able to meet and greet with the burner, Wayne.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. We've got $10 pictures. Folks, I'm telling you, you're going to want them. As a matter of fact, Tim, talk to them. I'm going to show them to them.
That's all right, man. Listen, guys, as a graphic designer, I designed this picture, and I showed Wayne Turner the pictures that we are going to have on hand. They're only $10. He will sign them, and there's a limited number. We've only got 75 in existence. They're going to come with a certificate of authenticity that tells you there's only 75 of them made. That's all we've got, 75, and they're gone. Okay, they're going to be numbered. Each one's going to be numbered. There's only 75 of them. And you know what Wayne Turner said when I showed him the picture? You know what he said when I showed him the picture? He said, that's the best one I've ever seen. He said, that's the best one I've ever seen of me.
You see right there? They're in
one of 75.
One of 75. Check this out. Look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful photo.
And you guess what? He's going to be he's going to be signing that with a silver Sharpie.
So, guys, go ahead, Tim. Tell
me. Man, I'm excited because the way those turned out, the picture turned out fantastic. Wayne Turner loved the picture. That made me feel really good that he said that's the best looking one he's seen done of him. And it's limited to 75 copies. Listen, we won't make no more because we've already got the COAs ready. That's all we're doing, 75. That's it. And, you can't beat it.
Here's the thing. We got your certificates of authenticity right here.
Wow, very nice.
And it's got everything you need. And the biggest part to it is, guys, I'm telling you, this is going to be legit. This is going to be the real deal. We're going to have a lot of folks in attendance there that is going to be here, helping us out. We got Quincy coming down, who will be. By the way, I wanted to advertise that on this show, and I wanted to announce that.
But how much is your fee?
For those of you out there, 106.3, the big one. we are going to make sure that you know. First of all, Quincy's coming back. All right, he's coming back. He's going to be doing Right on Cue, but it's going to be a little different this time. We've been doing Right on Cue on Thursdays, Tim, and you know that. But what I was going to say is we're going to be doing that now. He's going to have his own show and co-host on Monday nights. We'll determine a time here really soon. But, guys, I'm really excited about that. It's just another added thing that we can throw to you here on Wildcat Sports Talk. And the other thing is, too, best part about it, it's going to be on iHeartRadio. It's going to be on all the places that, you listen to our show. You're going to be able to listen to Right on Cue. And you're going to get a young perspective there.
Exactly. And here's the thing.
You get two old guys, Tim, like us.
Yeah.
And it's cool. And here's the thing. I think it flows so well because you came from a different era. I came from a different era. Quincy came from definitely a different era. I mean, look, let's just be fair. He can't even write cursive.
Well, and we got a couple of guys that's going to be working with him that came from a different era than the other three of us.
My dad says, get me one. Well, you know that Dad's going to get the hookup. Right.
Oh yeah, Dad's going to get one. Yeah, Dad's always get one. There's
they're going
to. Honestly, if you think about it, after me and you and our dads, in our immediate circle, there's not a lot of pictures left, man.
Here's the thing: the 75 photos. If you are interested in them and you're watching this show and you're going, man, I want one of those, but there is no dang way I'm going to get to London, Kentucky. Or if you are out and you're listening to this on 106.3 The Big One, I got something for you. All right? What I'm going to do is I am going to, if we have any of those 75 left over, which, by the way, I would suggest to you, if you want one, you better get to Dino's in London, because if we run out, we run out. But if we have any of those left from after that show or after that signing, we are going to put those up on our website for sale. And he's going to sign them. We're going to put them up on our website for sale that will come with a certificate of authenticity. And there's going to be a cost associated with them. But you will be able to get them if there's any left. There's no guarantee there's going to be any left.
Adam, I don't expect any to be left, Adam.
I don't
because
that's why I'm saying
me and you're both going to have a handful of them apiece. And then that's going to leave whatever it leaves. And there's not going to be many, so I wouldn't even get to the signing late. I would get to the signing early if I wanted a picture.
Yeah, and here's the thing: the people that get in, you're gonna check in. You're gonna check in. We're gonna get your name down, and then you are going to be given. We're gonna try to work this out where you're given a number, okay? And your number is the number that in order that you come in and get your signing done. And so, look, guys, this is why I stress to you, we've already had some people buy online. If you are interested in coming out, Wildcat Sports Talk / wildcatsportstalk.com /shop. Okay, again, Wildcat Sports Talk /shop is the place to go if you want this to happen for you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you're listening to this on the radio, on our wonderful station over in Pineville that picks us up, listen, if you
did we lose you? Did I lose you, Adam?
Let's not even like acknowledge that when that happens. It's going to happen. Just pick up and talk.
Well, but I don't know what you said.
Yeah. What I'm saying is if it's something when that you want to do, you need to get online, you need to order those tickets, and you need to do them like now. If you're listening on the radio, do it. Just do it. Okay.
Be like Nike. Just do it.
Yeah. Need you to do that. So again, wildcatsportstalk.com /shop. That's the place to go if you want to get.
I'll tell you what else, man. Get there. Here's what you do, Adam. You get there early before 3:00. You get your ticket. You get your number. You get your place in line. And then you sit down at Dino's Italian restaurant and you eat some fabulous food while you wait on us to get ready for Wayne Turner signing. You've already got your ticket, man. You don't have to stand in line. Listen, guys, listen. This is going to be a huge event that you don't have to stand in line for. You walk in, get your ticket, sit down at the table, order you some fabulous food, and then whenever it's time for the Wayne Turner signing at 3:00, We're just going to call your number. You're going to walk up there. You're going to get your picture taken with him. You're going to get an autograph and go right back to eating if that's what you want to do.
Here's the thing, Tim. Our diet is off the table tomorrow.
It's got to be off the table tomorrow, man, because those cows.
We're going to be eating lunch and dinner there. And so,
Oh, man, it's delicious, too. I'm going to get there when they open the doors, man.
Oh, me too. We're going to be there early. So those of you out there, if you're in London and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go on down there. Well, come on.
Hey, come early. We'll be there when they open the doors. I promise you.
Somebody will be there, and we'll make sure that you get signed in. Go ahead and get your tickets purchased because, listen, the Burner's coming to town, and you want to make sure you're there. All right, let's talk a little sports. I want to talk about this thing with Mitch Barnhart that came out. And listen, I'm going to say this with the most respect I can give to the University of Kentucky, and understand that I absolutely love the university, but I do believe that Mitch Barnhart gets in his own way sometimes. I really do.
I didn't get to see everything that was said.
Basically, it's kind of just, it was disheartening. The whole press conference was disheartening because the governor came out and said that, but Kentucky kind of backed off on it, and you don't know kind of where it's going to go, and his own personal views kind of drive him sometimes, and that is the biggest thing with him. But I will say this: I think what we need to do, and this is, we've got to get on this road and get with the program and not be last to the race and be first. Because if you're not first, you're last.
Well, you're right, man. And Ricky Bobby says that. So that's true. But here's the thing, Adam, man. This is a thing that can't be like,
listen, Tim,
it's not easy.
We need to wake up every morning and you know what we got to do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean,
it involves excellence.
It definitely involves excellence. So,
but here's the thing, Adam. Listen, man, it's not easy whenever something comes out like, okay, all of a sudden, players are going to be able to benefit and be paid for their name and likeness. Dude, that opens up a huge can of worms. Like, it's great. I think it'll be good. But now nobody knows how to handle it. Nobody knows what the rules are going to be. Nobody's going to know how far you can take that. Nobody knows how hard they're going to police it. It's like it's a whole new ballgame, man. I think it'll take us 5 years before we even grasp what you're going to be able to do and what you can't do.
You're exactly right. You're exactly right.
I just hope that this doesn't cause a lot of NCAA violations, and I hope if it does, none of them are at Kentucky.
You're exactly right, man. I'm with you on that. I mean, I think that I think that we've got there's a fine line here, and I'll be honest with you, I'm just gonna be clear. I mean, Ramon kind of gave this inkling about it. He was like, man, we gotta be careful. It's going to be hard, and I think he has more insight into it than what we do because as a former player, he would, and so maybe he knows that it's going to be tough. And I guess maybe Mitch Barnhart is kind of going with that route, like it's going to be tough. We got to figure this out,
Yeah. Here's the deal, Adam. I think if you come across too excited, like, yes, let's go, man. Let's go. This is what we've been waiting on. Then, it maybe raises some red flags from the NCAA. That was like, oh, watch these guys. They're a little too excited to pay players,
Yeah.
So you got to be a little.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I actually think that it will potentially raise some of those red flags. So, I mean, it is what it is. But when we return, we're going to talk a little more. We're going to talk about the playoffs. All right, the playoffs have been an absolute blast. They've been just fun to watch all the way around. I want to remind you about two new sponsors of this show. Dentures Plus of London, Kentucky at 878-0708. They are, listen, they're there to provide routine dental treatments to patients and specialize in creating custom dentures. Listen, you can get dentures starting at $300 per denture. That is a great price. And I'm going to tell you right now, their on-site laboratory and over 30 years of denture crafting experience allow them to fabricate your dentures right there in their London office. And again, they accept most forms of dental insurance, including Medicare, and they offer financing through their partnership with Care Credit. Folks, if you really need your teeth worked on, if you whatever you've been thinking about it, go no further than Dr. Paula Gill. I'm going to tell you right now, she is my aunt, and I can tell you she is top notch. It's not just me being biased either. She's absolutely great at what she does. Tim, you can attest to that. She's great.
She is definitely great, man. She gets a score of a 10 from me.
That's good. Listen. There's no better than that. I mean, there's no better than that. So, check them out again, 878-0708. Going to tell you about another when we return and a whole lot more right here on Big Blue Nation's Best Kept Secret. We are Wildcat Sports Talk. We'll be right back.
A blast from the past, a shot for the future. It's Ice House in Corbin. That's right, on Tuesday nights they've got crab broil. On Wednesdays, line dancing. Thursday is game night, and something going on about every night. Just head on over there, check them out. Saturday mornings you can get up and have breakfast. And don't forget, on Thursday nights, Wildcat Sports Talk will be broadcasting live at 7 o'clock. You can catch Adam Webb, Tim Brandstetter right there in action. It's Ice House, located in Corbin, Kentucky.
Hey, what's up, ladies? I want to get in your ear for just a second. There is a new and exciting way for you to get paparazzi jewelry. And he goes by Mr. Bling. Here on Wildcat Sports Talk, we know him as Tim Brandstetter. But, Tim, tell us all about Mr. Bling, will you?
Man, I'll tell you what. I know whenever you hear of a guy selling paparazzi, you're thinking, what is going on? But I'll tell you, it's not like any paparazzi show you've ever seen, man. I have a great time.
Man, I think it's awesome, and you will love it, too. Go check it out. It's on Facebook. Look up Mr. Bling.
If you're looking for insurance, look no further than Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Donovan Storm. He's going to get you covered on home, auto, life, motorcycle, workman's comp, and guess what? He's located in Corbin. That's right, next to the L&N Federal Credit Union in the Union Plaza Shopping Center. So stop by today, or you can give him a call at 606-528-2048. That's Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Donovan Storm.
Hi, this is Jonathan Joss, the voice of John Redcorn from King of the Hill. If grilling is as important to you as it is to me, before you buy your meat and before you start up your fire, get the massage meat rub that's going to make you king of your grill. Redcorn's King of the Grill, massage meat rub and Cobb sprinkle. And happy grilling.
Text 859-428-8419 to receive instructions on how to place your order for King of the Grill meat rub. When you place your order, you'll receive an autograph of Jonathan Joss at no extra charge. It's 859-428-8419. Text.
Wondering how you can show your love? Head over now to Facebook and drop a like.
It's Big Blue Nation's Best Kept Secret, Wildcat Sports Talk.
Welcome back into Wildcat Sports Talk. As we got a sad face on here from Debbie Collier. Tim, we got a sad face on here. I don't know why she's sad. What's she sad for?
I think that's probably an accident because Debbie's a really cool girl. She's a really good follower of the show. So I think it's probably just an accident.
Well, I mean, look, even if it's an accident, it's fine. But if she's really sad, like I'm genuinely concerned. Like if people are sad watching the show, we don't want them sad. We want them happy.
We want people happy. Definitely hit that happy face. Give us some hearts. That's what we like.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that if you are watching, wherever you're watching from, okay, that you're sharing this. You're sharing this to all your friends and family. You're letting them know. And if you're listening on 106.3 The Big One, it really helps us out as well. If you just kind of tell your friends, like, hey, listen, you want to know about this show I listen to at 10 a.m. on 106.3 The Big One? They're the greatest people of all time, right?
It sounds good to me.
I mean, does it sound just like that? I mean, I don't know.
That sounds great. I mean,
and I'm being lighthearted, guys. We're all Eastern Kentuckians. I mean, at the end of the day, I put on this voice, but really, I talk just like this. I mean, honestly.
Oh yeah. I mean, you should ride around with him. He talks more country than I do.
Yeah. Well, now that's tough.
Well, I don't know. It's pretty. It's pretty close, buddy.
Is it pretty close?
Pretty close there, man.
I want to remind you the Wayne Turner signing again coming up tomorrow in London, right? 3 to 5. And if you're listening on 106.3 The Big One, it's today. 3 to 5. He knows. London. Make sure you go. All right. Check us out. Want to remind you as well, we have another sponsor of the show.
We do, man. I'm excited.
Little Taste of Jamaica. Yes.
Little Taste of Jamaica.
They are located in London. They're on North Main Street. Y'all know where that old Chinese restaurant used to be that they've tore down for years? Well, they're in that location. And if you go there and see how they've got all the great food. They've got all listen, they've got it. I'm telling you, Tim, we saw it.
Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. There's nothing like it around, honestly. I mean, it's so different. It's so unique.
There's just not. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, it's just so good. And so you want to make sure that you check it out and do it up big. So, we have some wonderful comments from someone over on our Periscope page. I just want to say, shout out to you. You're the real MVP, and your opinion is just really valid, man. So,
hey, that's awesome. I wish I could see it. I wish I could. I can't see it right now. So
yeah,
I can't wait to see their opinion. I get so excited when people give us their opinion.
I do too. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. So there's that.
But thanks for watching. It means the world to us.
Yes, thanks for giving us a watch. I mean, it helps us.
It really does. We can't thank you enough. You couldn't do anything better for us right now, so we thank you.
What about the playoffs, man?
Man, how about Devin Booker, man?
Devin Booker is just a machine, man. Like,
he's so good.
And people are comparing him to Kobe, and I don't want to lay that on him.
It's kind of unfair, and it's too early to lay that on him. I mean, I can see it. I can see the comparisons. I mean, to me, it's a whole different style of play, really. But as far as putting up points, I mean, I can see the comparisons. He's silky smooth. He can get his shot off. He's a bucket, man. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd compare him to Kobe, but he is definitely one of the best players in the league right now, by far. I mean, he's way up there.
Yeah. So I'm dealing with something over here, Tim. But yeah, you're right. Definitely one of those. It's awesome. I listen. He's special. I don't want to compare him to Kobe because, like I said, I don't want to throw that on him. But he's absolutely special, and he does have that killer Mamba mentality, if you will.
He does, man. He's a tough kid, and he's a former Cat, so we're going to love him. You know what I mean? He's a Kentucky guy, a Big Blue Nation. But man, I tell you, who do you think? I want to know who you think is going to win the playoffs. I mean, does the Suns have a chance?
Yeah, no. No. I honestly, I would think, truthfully, man, that the Suns. I don't know, man. Like, it's hard because I would have thought that they wouldn't have made it this far. You know what I mean? So I'm like Ramon, though. We need the Clippers to win because you want, there to be a Game 5. It's for the love of basketball. You want there to be a Game 5. So, what do you think? What do you think?
You got our man Patrick Patterson too. We always talk about Booker, but don't forget Patterson. Just because he's been in the league a while, we still root for him and want to see him do good.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that definitely.
And when it comes to Ramon Harris, he's a lot tighter with P-Pat than he is Booker.
Yes, yeah, you're exactly right.
I mean, former teammate.
So I'm actually, what's crazy, and I was just kind of looking this up, but do you know that it's hard for me to understand this, but and I want to have this debate with you because we always talk about this on the, but and I know we've talked about it, every once in a while on the show. Well, we don't always talk about it, but we talk about it every once in a while on the show. But right now, I feel like we really, really, really should dive into this discussion because you and I have had this discussion kind of off the air.
Mm-hmm.
I've been asked because we're going to be doing signings all summer, right?
Yeah.
And I've been asked by a couple of folks to get guys like Antoine Walker, get guys like, I guess from that 96 team. So let me ask you something. What makes that the most beloved team of all time, other than the fact that they won a natty, and other than the fact that, they're the greatest team ever assembled? What makes them so beloved, other than those two reasons?
Well, they were fun to watch. They played a style of basketball that was so electrifying, man. There was never a dull moment. They didn't walk the ball down the court. They got down the floor. They passed the ball. Nobody was taking more shots than anybody else. They turned teams over. It was that full court press. People couldn't get the ball across half court. I mean, at halftime, teams wanted to go home. They were done. They were like, I don't even know if I want to finish the season.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, but I mean, my thing is it's like, I just feel like for what that team did in '98, Tim, and the improbability of it should be talked about a whole lot more than what it is.
Well, I mean, the comeback Cats, man, are they're special. They were amazing, and we didn't really expect them to win the championship that year, and a lot of close games, hard fought games that are memories that will never. We'll always cherish the memories of the '98 team, man, because the way they hit big shots and they pulled out big games. It was a wonderful season. I mean, everybody was worried because Rick Pitino left. What's going to happen? Well, we come out. They came out. Wayne Turner leading the way, and won another national championship when people didn't really think they were going to. So that run was amazing. I don't want to take anything away from that team. I mean, they could be the second best team of all time, but the first best team in college basketball history has got to be '96 Wildcats. Got to be, man. I mean, they're just so fun to watch, man. I mean, they average beating teams by 24, 25 points. I mean, way up there. I don't know. That was average margin of victory. It's insane.
I mean, I feel that. I do. I mean, for me, and by the way, I've got something here for you guys that you check this out. Watch this. Look at that. There we go. While we're talking, we can just go ahead and watch them for a little while. How's that sound?
Well, that sounds good for people on Facebook. People on the radio, you might have to tell them what you're seeing.
Yeah. So we're watching the '98 game here.
Nazim Mohammed with a big turnaround hook in the lane.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Utah game, Kentucky. You got I mean, this is fun to watch, man. I mean, it's fun to watch. Look at those guys out there. That was definitely a team that you just fell in love with. I mean, Utah was no joke either.
Oh. Here you go. 96, Tim, or the 2012 team.
96.
Well, Kyle says no. That's not true. Kyle says no. It's 2012 beats them. Dude, let me ask you a question. Who's guarding Anthony Davis?
Well, Anthony Davis scored 2 points at a time when the '96 team.
I know that, but who's guarding him and who's blocking him out from getting rebound?
Well, who's guarding Derek Anderson? And Ron Mercer and Tony Delk.
Davis is going to kill all the bigs, though, is what Clot says.
Davis is destroying all them bigs. I'm not worried about bigs. Who cares about bigs? Bigs don't do nothing. I care about guards.
Yeah.
Guards are the one that dribble the ball and get it down the court.
I mean, I guess.
Guards are the one that shoots threes. I mean, come on, man. Guards are the ones that turn you over when you can't get the ball across half court.
So, I mean, thinking about that '96 team, is the guard play better than the guard play for the?
Well, here's my question: what was the 2012 team's margin of victory?
Well, they won the national championship and lost 2 games that year.
Yeah, well, didn't '96 do the same thing pretty much?
Exactly. That's my point.
But the margin of victory, though, how many points you beat your opponents by? I mean, yeah, 2012 might beat 1996. They might, but we're not comparing them heads up. We're comparing them who was better against their opponents. You know what I mean? Like, you can't play in the future. You can't play and say, I'm going to beat a team 20 years from now. You know what I mean? You got to play a team that you got to play the competition that's in front of you is what I'm saying. And it's like Michael Jordan.
You know what I mean? Scott Padgett on the screen there. Look at that.
Yeah, Scott Padgett, man. We had him on the show.
We did. So, and I know this is kind of a crazy show. And folks that are listening, there's one of the greatest coaches that ever walked right there. I mean,
I agree with that.
Yeah. But I'll say this. We've had a lot of the guys on the show, and I just say, I mean, like this team is so much fun to watch. They just are. I mean, they just are.
We'll ask
they were fun to watch. Look here. Oh, is he going to?
We'll ask the burner. Ask the burner.
Didn't pass it. Should have passed it to Turner right there.
Look,
he was driving the lane.
Jeff Shepard all the way to the lane.
Jeff Shepard,
father of Reed Shepard.
Yeah, look just like Reed right there too. Well,
yeah, did.
Like him. I don't know what really that's. I don't know. It's kind of weird to say that either way. But anyway, for the radio folks, we're just trying not to be boring as much as we can and talk you through this. But I just want you guys to know we really appreciate you and you guys really supporting this show. It's been a ride. I mean, it really has, Tim.
Yeah, there's Wayne Turner, man. Look here, driving to the basket, step back behind the back, pass to Padgett, from the top of the key, no good.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's been a roller coaster ride, man. Sorry.
He can get it to him. He can't. I mean, he can't guarantee they're going to make shots. I mean, what do you expect?
No. We'll ask him if he could have beat the. If his team could have beat the 2012 team, we'll ask him.
Yeah.
Now, what did Derek Anderson tell you about the '96 team?
What did he tell us about the '96 team?
You remember when you mentioned arguably the greatest team of all time? He said no, it was the greatest team of all time.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I love that mentality because that mentality is like the Michael Jordan mentality.
Yeah.
Like. He knows he's the greatest of all time, and he's going to tell you he's the greatest of all time.
Well, man, listen, Anthony Davis is great. He is. He's awesome. He was on that 2012 team, and nobody could guard him. Nobody can guard him from '96. That's true. That's true. I'll give you that one position. But here's the thing. There
he is. There he is. He will be in London, folks.
That's him. Number 5.
Number 5, Wayne Turner, will be in London tomorrow.
And you know what? The Padgett just missed another 3 to take an assist away from him, and he still led he still led Kentucky as the all-time assist leader.
This team cracks me up, man. They really do. Like it. There was a lot of frustration with this team. If you really are honest,
they just found a way to win.
They found a way to win, but there was a lot of frustration with him. There he is. He'll be here. Like I said, they'll be.
Look at him, Wayne Turner, baby.
We keep radio sitting here going, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah, we are watching clips of the '98 team, and we're watching Wayne Turner right now. Actually, a highlight here in slow motion. Wayne Turner, look at that first step, man. He would just blow by people. That's why I call him the burner.
Yeah. That's some moves right there. Folks, man. I'm telling you, if you want to meet this guy tomorrow, you got to come out to London, Kentucky, to Dino's. That is my favorite player right there on the floor. All right, that's him, Wayne Turner. Okay, and a lot of you will feel the same way I do. If you're right around my age, you probably do. I mean, we know. Listen, I did not know today, apparently, that Les Dixon that's his favorite player too.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I mean, I didn't realize that until today. He told me that.
And so, I would just say you need to come out. All right. And if you are and you want to make sure you get one of those 1 of 75, you gotta come out. Yes. They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're absolutely
they are awesome, man. It's going to be great, though. And you know what? Here's the thing, Adam. I'm just going to be honest with you. We've made a lot of connections with former players, right?
Right.
And when we do an event, I'm just going to say this, man. I'm just going to say this. I would never, ever make any promises. But I mean, just like Ramon Harris is part of Wildcat Sports Talk. You know what I mean? Like, we've had a lot of former players on the show. And if you ever come out and watch one of our shows or come out to a signing, you might even get an extra bonus. There might be another player show up. Who knows, man?
That's true. You never know. I loved him, by the way. One of the most underrated players that ever played at Kentucky.
He really was good, man.
I mean, one of the most underrated guys. He was the kind of a guy like Chuck Hayes. Like, you knew for sure that he was just going to, like, maybe not stack up on the sheet, on the score sheet, and the stat sheet, but there was some scrambling right there. And that's Edwards. So this team had a lot of guys that just had a lot of heart and a lot of will to win. All right, guys, you're rolling right along with us. We're going to tell you a lot more about it coming up here in just a little bit as we are keeping it going along right here on 106.3 The Big One, and of course Facebook Live. You're listening to Big Blue Nation's Best Kept Secret. We are Wildcat Sports Talk. We'll be right back.
People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts. And mother always told me, be careful who
A blast from the past, a shot for the future. It's Ice House in Corbin. That's right, on Tuesday nights, they've got crab broil. On Wednesdays, line dancing. Thursday is game night, and something going on about every night. Just head on over there, check them out. Saturday mornings, you can get up and have breakfast. And don't forget, on Thursday nights, Wildcat Sports Talk will be broadcasting live at 7 o'clock. You can catch Adam Webb, Tim Brandstetter right there in action. It's Ice House, located in Corbin, Kentucky.
Hey, what's up, ladies? I want to get in your ear for just a second. There is a new and exciting way for you to get paparazzi jewelry. And he goes by Mr. Bling here on Wildcat Sports Talk. We know him as Tim Brandstetter. But, Tim, tell us all about Mr. Bling, will you?
Man, I'll tell you what. I know whenever you hear of a guy selling paparazzi, you're thinking, what is going on? But I'll tell you, it's not like any paparazzi show you've ever seen, man. I have a great time.
Man, I think it's awesome, and you will love it, too. Go check it out. It's on Facebook. Look up Mr. Bling.
If you're looking for insurance, look no further than Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Donovan Storm. He's going to get you covered on home, auto, life, motorcycle, workman's comp, and guess what? He's located in Corbin. That's right, next to the L&N Federal Credit Union in the Union Plaza Shopping Center. So stop by today, or you can give him a call at 606-528-2048. That's Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Donovan Storm.
Hi, this is Jonathan Joss, the voice of John Redcorn from King of the Hill. If grilling is as important to you as it is to me, before you buy your meat and before you start up your fire, get the massage meat rub that's going to make you king of your grill. Redcorn's King of the Grill, massage meat rub and Cobb sprinkle. And happy grilling.
Text 859-428-8419 to receive instructions on how to place your order for King of the Grill meat rub. When you place your order, you'll receive an autograph of Jonathan Joss at no extra charge. It's 859-428-8419. Text.
Like what we do? Share this on your socials and tell everyone.
It's Big Blue Nation's best kept secret, Wildcat Sports Talk.
Oh, welcome back in to Wildcat Sports Talk. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to this impromptu show, kind of. And if you're listening on 106.3, The Big One, it's not impromptu, but it kind of is a show that you don't normally get. You're getting a side of us that it's a nighttime side of Adam and Tim. Tim, I mean, you know what I mean, right?
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, it's a Friday night. I mean, it's been a long time since we did a Friday night show, man.
And by the way, we're watching the 98 championship right now. We're just kind of looking at these.
Look at there, Saul Smith at the point.
Saul Smith. I forgot that he played that year. It's ridiculous. This team had no business winning the championship. But anyway, why was Utah in the final game? I mean, explain that to me.
Man, you do realize that Saul Smith had like a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio.
Yeah, I know he did. I know that. He was great. He was good. I'm not making fun of Saul Smith.
He was a lot better than a lot of fans wanted to give him credit for.
It's amazing to me, though, that this team, like, I'm not saying they weren't good. They're all great. Okay, they won a championship. But, like, if you had asked me at the beginning of the year if they had a probability of winning it, I'd say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't seem like they it's basically like it really does illustrate some of the coaching. Like, I mean, for me, it's like you take a team that's just decent and you make them really good. And I think that's what Tubby Smith did with that 98 Kentucky team. And I'll just say this. I mean, we could say that, but honestly, it's Tubby Smith and, of course, Wayne Turner, who was the all-time assist leader. I mean, like, it doesn't get any better than that. He's definitely a floor general. Without Wayne Turner, they don't win the chip. That's just all.
No, not a chance. Not a chance. I mean, you don't hold the school record for career assist. You know what I mean? Without being a major part of the championship.
That would have been called a foul today, by the way. I'm just saying. Did you know that? what we just thought. Oh, it would have absolutely been called a foul.
Yeah, the game was played a little different.
I mean, it's just, yeah. So are we winning it all this year?
Yes, we're definitely winning it all this year.
I mean, I know you're going to say that because you're going to say that every year. You would have said that this year. But logically, think with your brain and not your heart. Does Kentucky have a chance at cutting down the nets this year?
Have a chance? Yes, definitely have a chance. Definitely. I mean, and when you say chance, what are you saying? Like, are they in the top 5 or top 10 teams that I would say have got a chance to win a national championship? Or are you saying the top 2 or 3? What are you saying?
I'm saying, are they like the top, let's say top 5? Are they one of the top 5 teams that have a chance to win it?
Well, that's really hard to gauge because, you know, this team's got a lot of key pieces that we've never seen play before. But, man, I think all the pieces are there. I do. I wouldn't bet against them. There's no way I would bet against them. I mean, what are they missing? Maybe a big man? I mean, but I'm sure Jacob Topp and Lance Ware and Sheboy have got something to say about that.
Yeah.
And Keon Brooks.
Yeah, you know, we actually, you know, like I said, we've had a chance to kind of see these guys up close and personal when we went down and saw them for the camp down at North Laurel High School. That was just an absolute blast. I had so much fun doing that, didn't you, Tim?
It was a blast, man. To see the looks on those kids' face whenever, look here, you know, we're watching a clip here when CJ Frederick helps up a little camper, and you got Coach O there encouraging him to keep running. Man, it was fun, man. It was just so much fun. Those kids, big smiles on their faces. One of the moments I liked, Adam, was when Jacob Toppin came over and there was a little kid over there sitting against the wall playing his little video game, and Jacob Toppin was just standing over him watching him play his game, man, leaning over, talking to him about his game. The kid didn't have a clue who he was. He just kept playing his game.
And I was going to say, we're going to work on getting that stuff to you. We're going to show you some of the behind-the-scenes stuff of that camp and let you guys see some of that. We're going to try to – it's just been such a crazy time for us with this signing coming up. But starting next week, we're going to kind of kick it into high gear. We're going to have all sorts of stuff going on. And, again, on Monday nights, not this Monday night, all right, but on Monday nights, right on cue, we'll have his own segment. So
it's going to be awesome, man. Yeah, and we get an awesome interview that we're going to show you guys too, where Lance Ware talks about what to expect from him during his sophomore season.
And actually, it's not even his own. It's his own like night, his own show that night. So like he's gonna, it's his whole thing.
Yeah,
he's gonna do it all, start to finish.
It's his own night. He owns the night, man.
So. It'll be fun. It'll be neat to watch, and guys, you make sure to tune in for that. Again, Wayne Turner's
coming. It gives us a night off. It gives us a night off.
It does definitely give us a night off. So
yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Well, Tubby's not happy. He was real upset.
He always looked not happy. I'll tell you one time Tubby was happy, and that was during a timeout whenever they brought out Serena Williams.
That's a great story, by the way.
Yeah, that is a great story.
That is a great story. That's one of the best stories I've ever heard. And we've definitely – I got to ask Tubby about that whenever we can get him on the show. But that's such a great story.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he remembers that, man, because that was great. Shagari Aline told us that story. It was phenomenal.
You know, we talked about it. Maybe I should think about this for a second. You know, that 98 team had Nazi Muhammad. And, you know, I mean, Nazi went on to have a great NBA career. He lasted a long time in the NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he played almost as long as Robert Parrish.
What a name, man.
Yeah.
You just pulled that one out, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I thought it was funny because Robert Parrish played at least 30 years, I think, in the NBA. It was ridiculous, man.
So, did you know, and this is a really cool, but you mentioned that, this made me think about this. Did you know that there was almost a guaranteed certainty that Michael Jordan was going to return to basketball at age 53?
No way. Where did you hear that stuff?
No, listen. I'm gonna tell you this. This is like underground stuff, man. And I know this because I actually talked to someone a long time ago that would know this. Okay, so I trust this information. But like, there is a very real possibility. There was a real possibility for a long time that he was going to play in Charlotte. Now the whole thing to that was it was just to put rear ends in the seats. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he was going to do is come out and maybe play, 10 minutes max a game, right? But he would come out, he would obviously, have his name called, and they were going to start him. Okay, they were going to start him, and just have him roll out there and play a little bit and go back to the bench. Roll out, play a few more minutes, go back to the bench. So the question remains: if a 10 to 15 minute Michael Jordan at 53 years old were to return to the NBA, would he get double digits a game?
How many minutes do you say?
I would say 10 to 15.
He'd get double digits.
You really believe that?
I really do believe it, because here's the thing, man. Jordan's not going to go in and take it easy. He knows he's only playing 10 to 15 minutes, and so he's going to score when he's in there. And he's not going to be tired. He's not going to be tired.
And the truth is, he always loved scoring. He always loved putting on a show for the fans. That was one of his biggest things. So, like, if he can go in there and put on a show. Now, the next question is if he's open for a dunk, does he take it?
I'd say he lays it in.
Do you really? You don't think he would showtime and do a dunk?
He wouldn't showtime. He might, he might go up and kind of two-hand it, and just kind of dunk it in. But I don't think it playing minimal minutes and him being 53. I think he's just going to, he's just going to stay in the game and get some points. But I don't think he wants to be fancy at that age.
I mean, to be clear, that ship sailed. Okay, it's over. It's never going to happen. But there was a possibility that he could have done.
Well, I saw an interview once. They talked about Jordan about averaging 32 points a game. What was his mindset on going out and getting his average and all that stuff. And I'll never forget it. He said, "I just went out and knew that I was going to get 8 points a quarter." He was like, I thought it was easy to get 8 points a quarter.
I have to address this because Quincy and Kyle will not stop talking about the 2v2 that went on at the Ice House. So I'm going to tell them exactly how it went down. Guys, the game was tied at 11-all. Okay? The game was tied at 11-all. I got to see Tim's. We got to put Tim's expression on the screen to get this, okay? So the game was tied at 11-all, all right? And they have the ball, right? Mm-hmm. So then Kyle drives the lane. I make a great defensive stop, and he calls the first foul all game.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That did happen.
That's exactly what happened.
And what's funny is whenever he got a step on you, I stepped over with my hands straight up, and he kind of ran into me a little bit, and he missed the shot. He looked at me. He's like, "What?" I was like, "What? I didn't foul you." He's like, "No, he did." I was like, "What? What?" Now we're calling fouls. Now, Kyle, you just sent me halfway through the volleyball court into the net and almost killed me on a rebound, on a push-off, and that wasn't a foul.
And we were playing to 12, and we weren't playing to win by 2. So the thing is that, yes, we decided to do it that way, but I'm going to tell you, what they knew is that because he missed the shot and it went out of bounds and it would have been our ball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he knew that I would have took the shot out and rolled out to my right and sunk it and won the game. I mean, it's just all there is to it.
Yeah, it would have been over if that wasn't a foul. But whenever I got shoved plumb under the goal, I had him blocked out. And I got shoved plumb under the basket, and he got the rebound and just laid it in. He called me LeBron for looking at him like I should have got a foul.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, they keep crying
not
about.
Not to mention that we've got a combined age of 80 years old.
Yeah, that's fact. And we hung tight with some young kids.
And we were up 10-8, I think.
We were up 10-8, and then there was some weird stuff that happened there. I don't know what exactly happened right there, but there was just things that I can't really explain. But I missed some shots is essentially what happened there.
Yeah.
It happens.
Especially when I stole the ball from Quincy and then saved it in bounds to you. You were wide open.
That I bricked. But look, we can't all be perfect, Tim.
But listen, here's the thing, though. We're man enough to say that they did win. They did win. I mean, their whole 35 years combined age against our 80 years, they did beat us.
Oh, listen, Elvis says, Tim, he would beat you if we was in our prime. No, let me just.
Hey, Elvis, you know better. You know I got the better of you every time we were on the outdoor courts. I got the better of you. You know that. I used to put it all over you.
Listen, I'm just going to tell you, all right? I can see shades, and this is going to be a compliment, Tim. I can see shades of Tim's former self, and I would have to just say he would have been very good in his prime.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I mean, just like, it's like you've told me before, like you see shades of my former self, and we probably were both pretty good players back in the day.
Yeah.
That's just.
There's no doubt about that. Elvis knows. He couldn't guard me.
And also, too, there will be a game 3 because we're going to play 7 games, right? Because that's how you play it in the NBA. So listen, they got 2-game lead on us right now, Quincy and Kyle. But there will be a game 3, and me and Tim will be ready to go. This ain't over.
No, this ain't over. This is a best of 7 series.
This is a best of 7 series. Oh, listen, Quincy's throwing shade. Last time Tim made a 3, pictures were in black and white. That's all right.
I still hold the record.
Listen, my name's Adam.
My name's Tim.
And we are Wildcat Sports Talk. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And make sure you come out to Dino's between 3 and 5 to see the burner, Wayne Turner. Do it. And if you haven't got your tickets, head over to wildcatsportstalk.com/shop. We are out the door. Big Blue Nation's best kept secret is Wildcat Sports Talk. We'll see y'all later.
Wondering how you can show your love? Head over now to